everybody, Eve here. I've got some journals that I'd like to do, or I'd like to show you today. Some of them are my gift journals, and one of them is a cloth vintage travel junk journal with a Parisian theme. So that's the one I'm going to start with, and I do hope you guys can see what I'm seeing because I've got the video set up, and it's kind of a new system, so we'll go from there. And this is the cover, which is cloth. I just used some, I don't know if it's authentic vintage fabric or not, but I did get it from a company that does sell antique fabrics and items and furniture and, everything antique, and just loved this. So, got a little charm. I gave it a side seam binding closure. It's got one signature sewn in, and it is, because it is a cloth cover journal, it is rather flexible, very strong, but still flexible. So we're going to do a flip through. I hope everybody can see. And since I'm doing this upside down, please forgive me for being kind of awkward. So there's going to be, all of the pages are coffee stained, of course, and I have various reproductions of authentic vintage ephemera that's all over the internet. So you'll see a lot of this in there, and when you just put it on the page like this, it creates a nice, and you put the little clip in there, paper clip. Now you've got actually a tuck spot. You can put these anywhere, and it's whatever you want to do. The pages, there's no lined pages except for the lines that I added on certain pieces of ephemera. Because a lot of people don't like lined pages. I personally require them, but a lot of people don't. So, then some of the cards are, a blank on the back. Not everything's lined that I added, but I did it here and there. Stamping. Gotta have stamping. Love this Paris key stamp. I think it's gorgeous. Tracing paper. Coffee stain tracing paper, some French script, and of course the Eiffel Tower from Paris. More stamping. I'm going to try to get through this pretty fast, peeps. Don't want to take up your entire day because I've got my gift journals that I would like to show you. Just basically trying to give you an idea. I love tracing paper. It's the sound of paper. I distressed and heavily inked the edges of the paper as well as the coffee staining. I just feel like always going, one step further. We've got a record of transit ticket there, in a pocket. This is some kind of postcard, vintage postcard. Like I said, all of the ephemera in here is authentic vintage. Can't tell you the years unless they're indicated. What's this one say? Can't read it. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just means I don't see it. So, yeah, story of my life. Heavier cardboard. Coffee stained paper. Tracing paper. Another gorgeous heart stamp. Love this paper. Tell me that paper isn't beautiful. Love coffee staining. Smells wonderful too. A little bit of the binding from the book that it originally came out of, so there, just pick it away. Recipe, vintage recipe card. I don't think that's authentic. Could be, I don't know. That is. The buttons, tags, oops, sticking to my hands. Aren't we the gracious and most poised ballerina today? Yes. Can't even get my tongue together. This is my homemade. I love to make these. They're not really envelopes. I just take paper and just stain it, and stamp it, and line it, and distress the edges. And I just love the look. And there's that French key again. This is a check for $15.20 from August 1st, 1900. Ooh, the Wickersham Banking Company. Ooh, yes. We had several thousand of those. We'd be in business, wouldn't we? Dream on, Eve. Dream on. Oh, it goes in there like that, I think. Put them anywhere you want, folks. Move the stuff around. Keep it moving. Ah, favorite Paris stamp. Come on. Beautiful. I'm always going to have little lists and other things to write on. Isn't he cute? It's not just about the cutest thing ever. Just had to put him in there. And he's a vintage reproduction image as well. A button tuck. This isn't vintage, it just looks vintage. It was something that happened locally, so you're getting a piece of my local ephemera from an event that I actually attended in Melbourne. And I sell antiques there. That's where I get a lot of my stuff. I like authentic. And if it isn't authentic, then I want it to be as close to authentic as it possibly can. But it's something we shoot for. We don't always attain. And that's the center. I think there's 66 pages in this book. So, or journal. What's a junk journal without music pages? This is an authentic embellished tea bag that I did. I actually took the tea bags and took some of my scraps, and I mean, that's the little envelope that the tea actually comes in, okay? So I embellished it and then put some, well, you know what embellished means, with ribbon, the flowers, and the authentic tea bag card. I can't talk today, people. I don't know. The cat has got my tongue. I don't know where she put it. I was vacuuming earlier, so maybe it's under the love seat. I don't know. We'll look. Maybe we'll find it. Maybe we won't. My luck, we won't. Okay. As you can see, more. Just love authentic vintage ephemera, man. I just love it. I just love it. Of course, that's not authentic. I mean, it's authentic reproductions. It's not the authentic ephemera. I wish it was all authentic. I wouldn't be sitting here creating, well, I probably would still be creating junk journals. I just wouldn't be selling them. Wouldn't need to. Be rich from all the vintage, antique ephemera that I own. Art. Yes. Oh, yeah, I knew I did that. That's another recipe card, which I think those are really cute. I'm thinking about printing a lot of those. I have a lot of really short recipes, and this would be really cute. And this is a timetable, Pittsburgh time, in effect November 21st, 1915. Would you figure? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong with that date. And this is 1878, whatever it is, some kind of like little seed ad. The Benson Burpee and Company seed company. 1800s, folks. We're getting to the late 1800s here with our ephemera. So, needless to say, there's a lot you could add to this. This is a page with various ephemera. I don't want to examine that closely, folks. Moving along. Gotta move along. Gotta move along. We gotta get this thing going. Bobby Lee, my husband, will be home soon, and he will try to be quiet, but it's impossible to enter the front door and not hear it here in the kitchen. That's the way it is. It's wine o'clock somewhere. There you go. Wine o'clock somewhere. I know a lot of people that say that every time they go anywhere. It's wine o'clock somewhere. And there's another faux envelope that I created. Just really like these. I like making them. something about just taking paper and making it look as aged and what have you. And this is a belly band that I stamped and aged the paper on it as well. Really, I love belly bands. They're a lot of fun. More vintage ephemera. Pocket. Parisian stamp again. It's good enough to do once. It's good enough to do twice. Some vintage ephemera there. My contact card. I usually put this on the hard part of the book, but because it's cloth, I didn't want to mess with it, so you guys know who I am. Here's some tags. I added a little Muslim bag that you can tuck things into, take with you, whatever you would like to use it for, and that's the back of the book. I put a Tim Holtz clip. You can actually, I don't want anybody to read this, but I'm going to give you an example. You can actually, if you're traveling or something, take your ink pen and write. Well, like that, it's nice to travel and be able to actually take notes, right? You've got it. That's the name of that deal. So she's pretty thick. She's pretty chunky. Just love these distressed edges. Looks really ancient, really old. See how the edges have frayed. It's really nice. God is in the details, peeps. God is in the details. God is in the details. I wish God was sitting next to me, but other than that, he's in the details. And he's everywhere, at all places, at all times. Amen. Amen. God is good, and God is good all the time. Okay, cloth journal. We're going to say goodbye to you. Anybody interested in this journal, it's probably going to be sold at the Steampunk Christmas event that I'm going to be working at the 25th of this month. But if it doesn't get sold there, if anybody that wants it, let me know. Chances are I'm going to sell that one for around $70. A lot of money. Because those cost a little more because a lot more work goes into them. This is one of my gift journals for the event, and this one's just called, I think I called it Vintage Girl, Vintage Child Gift Journal, and this one's $25, and that's not including expedited shipping, but it's got a beautiful vintage child in the front, and let me go ahead and I put a tie on this one. I don't really like to do that on these because they don't have any difficulty. They're not chunky. In other words, they're not chunky. So there's really no sense, but you never know. I just thought, it might be a feature people like. It ends up, I think it sort of makes the journal look a little higher end. So, but I've got to get through these because I've got about 6 more of these to go through, 5 or 6. So that's the vintage child. That's the back. And I'm sorry, a lot of people throw these aside. They don't retie them. They're actually more courteous about impatient people, but I'm just too anal. I put too much time into these to just throw them around. So, and then this one's the Bohemian. This is a Bohemian journal. Vintage Bohemian Girl gift journal. This one's $20, and it has an actual ankle bracelet. I mean, come on. I figured, why not? Why not put an actual vintage ankle bracelet that you can, detach if you like, and wear it. Make you feel like a real Bohemian princess. Bohemian is just also another word for gypsy. Some people take negative connotations, or they think, the word gypsy is derogatory. I think it's only derogatory if it's said in a mean spirit. Otherwise, it's merely a description of a particular type of people. And they're called different names in different parts of the world, but Bohemian doesn't seem to offend anyone. That's the back. I thought it was really lovely. And this is an authentic metal Tim Holtz. Or that may not be Tim Holtz. Guys, I'm not always certain where I get things because, believe me, I'm very eclectic. I get stuff everywhere. Almost all of the journals have my signature key. This one has a few complimentary buttons, the tags, the stationery, pretty contrasting colors and patterns with some script in that paper. So that's the Vintage Bohemian Girl. Let's put her right there. And then let's move right along. And this one is, what do I call this one? Vintage Child Gift Journal. And this has authentic Swarovski crystals attached. And this one's $20 also because of the authentic Swarovski crystals. So this isn't actually a bracelet or anything, but you could take these crystals and actually create something yourself. They are authentic Swarovski crystals. Some button embellishments, a key, beautiful paper. Hope you can see it. She's just lovely. I love these authentic vintage children photos. They're just so beautiful. And then inside, as always, there's going to be various pockets with ephemera. Sometimes I'll put sayings, sometimes I won't. Wherever my muse leads me, that is exactly where I go. And you're going to have some tags, which sometimes they're lined on the back, sometimes they're not. It just depends. So there's that one. And we're moving right along. I've got so many journals. This one, folks, is my favorite. And unfortunately, this one is already sold. As soon as I showed it to somebody, they bought it. So she's a neighbor, and she wanted it, so she gets it. And I call these the Children of the World gift journals. And this one's $25. This one was $25 because this has I don't know if this key is actually authentic or not, but it sure looked like it to me, and it did come from an antique place. And the letter 6 is on there, and this gorgeous button. I don't know, beautiful button. I love that button. I hate letting go of the authentic stuff, but you have to. That's part of the deal. And isn't this child just lovely? And I put some, I think it's called wood pile wooden corners for added embellishments there. Got a lace, gorgeous lace, black and ivory lace. Predominantly black though. The base is black mesh. And then it has the ivory and the black interwoven throughout it. Looks like it's also a touch of glittery silver. Just really love it. Let's see if we can get it up there where you guys can appreciate it. But love this image. She's like super, super, super high quality. That's what I look for, folks. I look for the most high quality, highest resolution graphics, images that have high visual impact. The best I can find on the internet. And then what's inside? I always have the tags, the journaling cards, a little bit of in the back, and this one has a clip also, so that you can attach as you travel. Attach as you travel and write, or you can also clip something inside. You have options. It's also a bookmark, I guess. You can move it around and mark the pages. So there we are. Vintage chunk. Come on, Eve. Stop messing stuff up. There are journals. They're not laundry. Beautiful, isn't she? Bye-bye, baby. Hope your new owner uses you every day. And now I have added my first spiritual journal, Christian journal, of course. Christian gift journal, $15. That's not including the shipping. It's actually been embellished with a gorgeous metal piece of, I would say it was a piece of jewelry, and it has a beautiful crystal, or not an authentic crystal. This is some sort of, I would call it a rhinestone, and it's called Faith, Hope, Love. Very three-dimensional looking, and I just put some fabric here along the binding. This is a type of jute, I would imagine, jute, burlap, whatever I get my hands on, that works. And we've got Jesus postcard in here. some tags, and then a witnessing. Oops. Don't get too wrinkled. Although it doesn't matter if things are wrinkled, people. They're junk journals. Name of the game. This is a little witnessing book. Signs of the times when Jesus comes again. And Jesus will be coming again soon, we're all hoping. Am I right or am I wrong? Absolutely. So that gift journal is about faith, hope, and love. That's what we all hope for. Faith, hope, and love. Every day. It's renewed daily. Our faith, hope, and love. Whoa. That was weird. Pointing again, guys. Devil doesn't like to hear us talk about spiritual things. Wants us to stay in spiritual darkness. Amen. And this one, guys, is my Tribal Dreams gift journal. And this one's $15. I just loved it. It has some jewelry on it. Just some embellishments. Again, I think this is a type of burlap, is my opinion. Isn't she gorgeous? I just loved it. Really, really, really pretty. Little bamboo toothpick I put here. Some ribbon. A bulb. This is somewhat fastened with bulb safety pins. And that's another thing, guys. Be careful when you get my journals. I use a lot of these safety pins, and unfortunately, they're rather light. The metal is rather lightweight, so they can become unhooked or what's the word, people? You know how when you unlock a safety pin, unlatch it, whatever the terminology is, those little boys will stab you, and you can bleed if you hit it right. So these journals, by the way, are not for children. Small parts, choking hazards for sure. So this one's called Tribal Dreams. I thought it was beautiful. The imaging is just amazing. And the paper, oh my God, really fabulous paper. Has a little bit of glitter in it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Very heavyweight cardstock. I love that glitter. Can you see it? Can you appreciate it? Don't know if you can. Hopefully you can. I'll know when I preview this video whether you could or not. That always tells me everything when I view the videos afterwards. So there we go. Gorgeous, huh? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful images. Beautiful images. Beautiful people all around the world. We have to celebrate the beauty that is in the world. I think I already went over these. I don't know if I did or not. Well, just in case I didn't. This one is the Chinese Crested Dog Gift Journal. This one's $15. It has some pretty color-coordinated beads. I love these Chinese crested. I would love to own one. So I guess I create journals. I imagine it's not really a breed that's all that too familiar. So the book will probably take forever to sell on that basis, but I don't care. Those dogs appeal to me, and hopefully someone somewhere will appreciate it. They're just so pretty. They're just so pretty. Uh-oh, and my babies are they're in another room. I've had to keep them out of here. Otherwise, they would be all up in my stuff. So that's the Chinese Crested Journal. I think that one's $15. Yeah, $15, and that's not including the shipping. And here's a Steampunk journal, $20, not including the shipping. This one is also an event journal because the event I'm doing is called Steampunk Christmas. So it's got some charms, a key, a little bit of rags, some buttons, some gears. Gotta get the old steampunk theme going here. Loaded with steampunk style ephemera. Nice heavy seam binding of some sort of brocaded ribbon or fabric that I obtained. God only knows where. So that is the steampunk. And if I've already done a couple of these journals, people, previously in a previous video, please forgive me. I am so busy, sometimes I don't realize what I've shown you, what I haven't shown you. This is a 9x12 mailing envelope, junk journal. It's a gardening junk journal. It's going to come with some tomatillo. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't do it there. Some kind of tomatoes. They look kind of purple to me, but hey, I'm no expert. I'm not colorblind, that's for sure. I have better eyes. My eyes are very acute. Eyesight is very acute for color. In fact, I see colors better than most people. I've been tested, so I know that for a fact. Which, that helps. When you're doing art, better have a sharp eye to be able to determine textures, colors, whatever. You name it. So, it's really cute. 9x12. And then again, that's a Tim Holtz clip there. Now we're going to open this baby up, go through it real quick. It's got tons of cards. Hope you guys can see as I go through it. And I put nice journaling tags throughout this entire, but I don't want to pull them out, guys. This video is, I don't want it to be too long. My videos can be as long as they want to. YouTube allows me to. They don't put a time on the length of my videos anymore, but just for the sake of brevity, not brevity, but time conservation, because we know you're all busy and you all have families, and who has time to sit and look at junk journals all day, right? And especially, I can't find my fingers, make my fingers do anything. But as you can see, there's a lot of pockets. And a lot of places to journal. Ooh, get the camera, come on. Knock it over, kid. Kill your $800 camera. Yep, that's smart. That's what you do, girl. That's what you do. Keep doing it. Keep giving it your best shot there. Keep that rolling. Okay, all right. Let's get back here. But as you can see, even on the decorative paper, or the graphics parts of the paper in here, a lot of them, there's going to be tabs, so you can pull them out of here. And you can mix these up, put them anywhere, guys. There's a lot of journaling places in here. I haven't counted how many pages. Anybody that wants to know, if you ever have any questions about any of my journals, please just contact me through my email, through my website. There will always be links under the YouTube video below. So, I'm trying. I'm really amusing myself today. So as you can see, there's a lot of journaling cards with tabs. Pull them out, write on them, draw on them, hide them, tuck them, stick them, put them where you want, use them how you want. We have cards, more journaling tags. Got a little envelope here. I don't know what you call this envelope. I don't know. Used to see these all the time. I'm not real good at messing with these. And there's my husband calling me because he probably wants to know what I want from the store on his way home. Because he is so thoughtful. And he always calls before he comes home from work and asks me if I need anything from the store. Because he knows I'm working here. And he helps me. And that's why my husband is a diamond. And he's priceless, and I wish I could clone him. I would be the richest woman on earth. And it's not the first time I've said that, and that's a fact. Okay, this one is called, this is another travel gift journal. This one's $15, not counting the shipping, and it's just sort of a new age. This is not a vintage journal. It's got a metal key, but it's three-dimensional, so it is metal. It is raised. It's flat on the back, so it's not an authentic key that goes into a door. It's a reproduction key, a decorative key, if you will. A little flower, jeweled flower. I don't know. It's actually made of something. I don't know. So I put that on there. The back is black. It's got really pretty lace binding, and also the beautiful decorative pages inside. So that is that. The travel gift journal. I thought she was really pretty. For someone that was a little more, I don't know, not everybody likes vintage. Some people like a little more modern or fantastical. And this is my Vintage Bride journal. It's the Vintage Bride 2. I do create another one for those of you that might be interested in this one. It's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. This one is $20, not counting the shipping, and I just love this lace with the pearls. And I think it's cheesecloth stained. Everything's stained. You gotta muddy it up a little bit, folks. A little rose there, and pearls in the decorative wooden borders. Again. And then this one is a Wild Child gift journal, and this one's $15, and hence the name. Can you imagine why they called him Wild Child? And this is an authentic vintage image. Can you imagine? What were they thinking back when they took that photograph? What were they doing to their children back then? I don't know. Couldn't be nearly as bad as what they're doing to children now. Uh-oh. That slipped. But anyway, that's the Wild Child Vintage Journal for anyone that's interested. And then I have an altered book journal. I made it from a book called Parallel. It's one signature. This is actually a writing journal. It's got some heavy beading. Actually not a piece of jewelry. The beading, you can take it apart and use it for any other purpose. It's got a little bit of lace embellishment on the outer edge there. It's also a gift journal. I made it just in time for the holidays. The gift-giving holidays. So there's your tag. It says to and from. Somebody I'm sure would love to have this. It's really nice. It makes a lot of noise. It's really pretty. It's really well made. It has the postcard inside pocket with some authentic or some reproduction authentic vintage, and then lined paper. Edges have been distressed. I haven't actually counted the pages, but it's a nice writing journal. Really nice writing journal. Altered book. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. I just loved it. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. I've got a mess here. It's really, really pretty. See? Really, really pretty. If I can get it together here. Fly those hands straight, kid. There you go. There you go, peeps. So anyway, that's all for today. While you guys are here, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel. All of the information or anything, any information that's associated with this video will be in the links beneath the video. I'll always have links for people that require more information or would like more information about any of the products that I've shown today and how to contact me if you're interested. So in the meantime, may Jesus Christ bless each and every one of you most abundantly. Until next time, bye-bye.